Hi, in this video I'd like to discuss with you what I call the natural grip, how you do it, and why I think it's so important. The traditional way of teaching the grip involves being able to see two knuckles, have a V point somewhere between the ear and the right shoulder, holding it at the base of the hand, going diagonally through to the fingers, and gripping it in the bottom three. The right hand for right-handed golfers. Middle and ring hold the club. Index is a trigger finger. Overlap, interlock, or baseball are very common grips to teach. I don't know many teachers who teach cross-handed. I personally have no problem if someone wants to hold it that way and play golf that way. There have been pros, there are pros who play golf with a cross-handed grip. It is possible, and our job as a teacher is to help someone enjoy golf by hitting the ball straighter and further within their ability. And if they want to hold it cross-handed because it feels more naturally, by all means, feel free. But for the rest of the video, I'm talking more about the overlap or interlock grip. So, traditional grip, two knuckles V, add the right hand. This V also points somewhere between ear and shoulder, and the grip pressure fairly light, 60% probably of your max. What I don't like about the traditional way of teaching the grip is the two knuckles and the V, but mostly the two knuckles, because I found that everyone's body is unique, and some people's arms turn inward more, and they can see four knuckles when their arms hang relaxed. And some people only see one knuckle. I did quite a bit of research on this when I found that out. And I noticed that women typically see less knuckles than men. So that two knuckle story doesn't apply to everyone. It's maybe an average, but we're not all an average. We are unique. Letting your arm hang naturally, we could call your 0 point. It is from here that your arm can turn right and left in an equal amount. So if you held the club that way and the club face was square, you wouldn't have to think about releasing the club. It would just automatically try to find the square position and the ball would start on line. The biggest problem with amateurs is that they have a weak grip by holding the club in the palm of their hands. And then, when they swing, the arm looks for this neutral position, and that's what opens the club face, makes it go offline. The natural grip is when you let your arm hang straight down. Now what's important is that the thumb and index form a line, but don't push them together so that you get a cramp. Don't hold them tightly against each other. It's just the top part. Why is this important? If you don't do it, then you're holding the club in the palm of your hand again. And that, in fact, is the weak grip. So having the thumb and index form a line, letting the arm hang naturally, that allows you to hold the club correctly. Next thing important, club face should be square to the target line, not open or closed. And the sole of the club should sit flat on the ground. Now every club is designed differently, so pay attention. An iron will lean forward more and a wood will be straight or lean back more. Just make sure the sole of the club is flat on the ground. Okay, once you've got your arm hanging naturally and the club face is square, you're ready to go to the next step. Pick up the club. This is where you'll add the other hand. Don't do it down below. If you add the other hand down below, you'll have some problems with your alignment. Your shoulders will probably be open. And then when you go to square up the club, it's not straight anymore. So, arm hangs off to the side, club face square, pick up the club. Let's talk about the right hand. The right hand hangs naturally as well. Just lift it straight up. No twisting, no rotating, just straight up. Next thing, tilt your wrist upward or towards you. This allows you to put the thumb against the lifeline, and it fits perfectly. Middle and ring finger holding the club. So you've got middle and ring finger and the lifeline. Add those to the club. Now you add the other fingers and you select the grip you want. I'm using overlap. Okay. Grip pressure. If you hold it at 100% and then at 0, try to find 50%, 60%. A very light, comfortable feeling. Now, a lot of people tell me, okay, I'm holding it lighter. Then they swing to the top, and I ask them to stop and check their grip pressure, and it's back at 100%, just real tight. Be careful. That light grip pressure should last the entire swing as much as you can. That way the release happens naturally, and your hands will try to square the face up. Okay, arm hangs off to the side, thumb and index form a line. Club face is square. You pick up the club. Right hand tilts upward, middle and ring, holding the club. Add the other fingers, select your grip. The next problem that can happen is that when they say, okay, I've done it, then they set up and hang on a second, my club face turned. Well, your club face never turned. It never had a chance to actually rotate in your hand. You've probably gotten used to the old way of holding the club in the weaker position. And so when you brought the club down, the arm just, without knowing it, went back to what it knows. And that's what turned the face. And that's something to be aware of. You've got to make sure that the club face stays square all the way till you're down. Now you may feel some tension, some pressure in the upper arm when you do this the first time. That's okay. That tension is not so bad. It will allow you to keep the arm straighter in the backswing, and that tension will actually release through the impact zone, giving you some extra club head speed and some more distance. Now I'd like to point out that if you do slice the ball and you work on this natural grip, your slice will disappear, but you might get a straight pull. You see, people who slice usually also have a swing path issue, out in or over the top. And now that your grip is neutral or stronger than before, you're not going to get the curve anymore, so the ball will just go straight left. So it would be wise to then also watch the video that I'll make on swing path, or discuss swing path with your current teacher. Once more, arm hangs off to the side, thumb and index form a line. Club face is square to the target. Pick up the club. Wrist tilts to upward. Middle and ring finger hold the club. Select your grip. Light grip pressure. Club face stays square as you address the ball. The next time you watch golf on TV, pay attention to the pre-shot routine of the pros. How do they grip the club? It goes very quickly, and of course everyone has their own unique routine, but many of them follow a principle similar to the natural grip. They let the arm hang to they look at the target line, and then they hold the arm in the natural position, grip the club in front of them, step into the shot, waggle a few times, and then make their swing. If you want to hit straighter and further, then try the natural grip. I'm sure you'll like it. And it applies for every single club in the bag. Good luck.